What's going on, YouTube? I am Zach React back with another video, and we are bringing you some Slipknot. This is Psychosocial. Once again, just like I did in the Iron Maiden video. I've heard of Slipknot before, but what I did was I went to Google and I typed in iconic metal bands, and then I just started scrolling through the bands, clicked one, and then I went to YouTube and put their name in and picked a random song. So once again, I have not heard any Slipknot songs, though growing up in the 90s and early 2000s, going to middle school, high school, I saw many people with these shirts on. I never listened to their music, but I could tell that they were popular because so many people had their merch. So that said a lot. Once again, I don't know what to expect, but I can only assume that it's good to a certain degree. I don't know how people feel about, because I know in hip hop there's people who are considered overrated or a different type and blah blah blah, and I never know with this genre because I don't know if someone's that famous because they are just that good and they got the fame because of it, or if they're that famous because they just made the sound that people liked and then they were just considered overrated. So I don't know why I'm even talking about that, because once again I don't even know, but I'm just clicking on random bands, and eventually I'm going to hit one of those, and you guys will definitely probably let me know in the comments what you feel about that. But anyways, guys, I don't want to be too long. Oh yeah, thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everyone who's been joining me on the journey. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and leave a like if you enjoy and support the journey and want to continue the journey. Also, you can feel free to subscribe if you like, but don't worry, you don't need to do that, because it's all about the journey. It's all about the music. It's all about rocking with you guys. At the end of the day, I'm just here to build a community of people who can rock together and talk together. So anyways, I'm gonna jump into this Slipknot Psychosocial. This is the official music video, so we're gonna see how this goes. Once again, not very much pausing on this channel. I usually do 2 or 3 pauses, maybe once in the middle and once near the end normally, but sometimes not even that. But we're gonna go ahead and see how this goes. Let's do it. real quick. This is really speaking a lot to me. I really enjoy it a lot because of different reasons. One, I like switch ups, so I think that it's really cool that he's doing like the real like throaty like sound, but then he'll break to something super like melodic and harmonic, and I'm just like, that's super cool. I like when people go from really harsh to really soft, and this is displaying that wonderfully. And two, growing up in the 90s, early 2000s, this, I feel like every generation has their version of what they believe the sound is when they think of a certain genre, and this is the sound that I think of when I think of metal, because this is what the kids of my generation were calling metal at the time. People that were coming up in my generation who were metal fans, they weren't listening to the Led Zeppelins and the Metallica. They were listening to Metallica, but they weren't listening to them as much as they were listening to Slipknot, you know? So this is the sound, and also the video, the visuals, it's so much more modern because this is the newest song that I've listened to so far. So you can really tell the difference not only between the sound and the band, but between the visuals. So it's like a whole evolution, like where it's like the future of metal, if you will, and it's just really interesting to watch. And I'm glad that I did this song, well, not this song specifically, but this band, because it really gives me that other side of the frame. I gotta respect where it came from, but you can't respect where it is if you don't know where it came from, kind of thing, you know. So I'm really enjoying this one, and once again, the sounds and the switch ups and the way that they're changing. And I always like how in most metal songs there's two parts. There's the beginning part and the sound that you get at the beginning, and there's the ending and the sound that you get at the ending. It's like you're listening to two separate songs that join together to make one. But anyway, sorry for taking up your time with that. We're gonna jump on into it and finish this song up. Making sure, still like 15 seconds left when that is over, so I don't want to miss something. I loved it. Fantastic song. Real quick, guys, I'm going to give you hopefully this doesn't take too long. I'm going to give you a quick backstory. If you don't want to listen, go ahead and click off the video. Thank you for joining. But for those of you who are going to listen to this, I'm going to give you a little backstory on who I am as a person and why this music is coming so late into my life. One is because I just never got around to it in my adult years. But two, when I was a kid, I grew up in a small city in Texas called Kyle. Actually, a smaller city in Texas outside of Kyle called Ulan, which most people don't know about, had a population of about 360 whenever I lived there as a child from the ages of 10 to 16. Now, because of that, I was nervous about listening to certain types of music or being interested in certain type of things. I always enjoyed the sound of rock because I watched a lot of wrestling and a lot of those guys had rock theme songs. And basically what it was that I was one of like 2 or 3 black people whenever I was growing up, and I just felt, I don't know, I just wasn't comfortable doing it because there was like a view, I guess a stereotype of what was or wasn't, you know, accepted amongst who I was in the surroundings that I was growing up with. But better late than never, you say, right? So here we are many years later, and I'm enjoying it. Thank you all for joining once again. If you're still here, then I appreciate you rocking with me. If you're new to the channel, feel free to like, to support, comment some videos you want me to watch, or just, go in the comments and talk about the music with each other. Also, subscribe if you like. No need to do it if you don't want to, because it's all about the music, all about jamming, and about building the community of people who enjoy listening to the music and talking about it. But if you do, I appreciate the support and thank you for joining the journey. But I'm not going to keep you guys too much longer. I'm going to head out. I really like this song. It really brought out my youth from what I vision metal to be before, taking this journey. I thank you all once again. I'm going to head out. Peace.